back in the pit again and show you a little more about how we dig Flint Ridge flint, which is we got a ledge in the back here that is pretty much a basic type ledge. Now the Indians did dig that depth to that ledge because you can see the debitage in there, and they dug down that far and then they left the rest because they probably couldn't break it loose. And so but I found this ledge on the other side here that is going to be the biggest ledge I ever dug flint on, and we'll show you that here in a little when we get over to the other side. Okay, this is the pit I was talking about. I've dug a lot of different flint pits, and I've never dug one at Flint Ridge that has this size. It's from 8 to 10 foot ledge of flint. Now, not all the flint is good. You know, there's sections that are good from the bottom to the midway and to the top. So you get 3-4 different sections of good flint, and a lot of it is pretty crumbly and the gravel type flint. So, okay, here's some of the flint that, and it's fairly loose at times because I did have the hydraulic hammer on. You can see along the side there, but a lot of this is just bad flint. It's not nappable, but so I'll discard it. Maybe we can get something loose that will be worthwhile flaking on. That has a little white in it, but it's not something that a napper wants, so we'll discard it. I'll probably take this whole edge apart without getting a good piece. Anyhow, roll this one up here. This here's got some of the chalcedonies in it, and you can see the colors that are in it. It's got little pinks and with the chalcedony. This is a pretty good block, so this is probably a saw block. Usually I nip all corners, all 4 corners, to make sure that it's good. Try to break it apart a little bit. And quite a few different but I like to test them pretty good before I take them home because I don't want to haul them back down here to the pit. But this ledge has got everything from reds to chalcedonies to greens even in here. So we'll find pretty much of a variety of a little bit of everything in here. Especially when you get up toward the top, maybe more greens, or down at the bottom more greens. But a lot of this is just discard flint. So you go about 80–90% is nappable. And as you can see, this is a lot of work to take these ledges apart. And you know, you can tap on them, and some will come loose and some won't. A little bit of bad rock holding the good napping material together. But that's basically what we got here. This section here has got some of the colors that we like, and I'm going to try and tap some loose where we can see what it's like. And you can see the reds, blues, yellows. This is what everybody likes to nap. It's got all kinds of good colors, and this is about halfway up the ledge. And you can see it's got all kinds of good colors. Then here's a different piece, has all the blues and the reds, and you see a lot of the arrowheads with that color in it. Got yellows, and just about any colors you like will be in these flints here. Hey, right here is where the Indians were digging the last that I could see, and the reason I know that is because the hammerstones were laying right in here. So this is the type of flints they were after, and you know, this is versus the billet, and you can see where they have already crushed the edges just from hitting on the ledge of flint. But I can always tell where the good flint is when you find the hammerstone. That's a pretty good indication that they couldn't go any further than there's good flint down below it. And you can see that layered flint is really going to be the high-grade flint. Try to break a little loose so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. This is just more like a tan, caramely flint. And it naps real well unheated, although we do heat a lot of it to bring the colors out. And this flint has from yellows to purples to just about any color in the rainbow a lot of times, especially once you heat them. Anyhow, that's what they were after, and you can see the translucency of it. It's just a high silica flint is what it is. Okay, just because this flint, you know, I got a good pit, a lot of flint, but the next pit might have nothing. You know, I might dig down and they already got all the good flint out of it. And so this is actually a pretty lucky find for me. And the only reason they could not break it was a lot of these rusty spots you see in here. That's just hammerstones will bounce off of that. So when they came up against that, they couldn't move the flint anymore. So we'll go up here and I'll show you how some of the flints that have been coming out of these pits and show you how it works.